Hi Sagittarius, welcome to your September 2023 Astro-Tarot with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, these readings are for your sun, moon and ascendant sign. So whether you're a sun, moon or rising sign Saggy, this is for you. Although if you're only going to watch one, I do advise that you make sure it's your ascendant sign. It's going to be the most accurate for you. All right. With that said, if you are a continued subby, you know Rafi loves you. If you're new to my channel, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit the subscribe button. Now, that being said, something to know, they are general readings. Not everything is going to resonate with everybody. That is just fine. Always use your own discernment. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. Those will be for your moons. This will be for the bulk of your read. All right, so let's have a look, see. So the first transit that I would like to look at for you over the course of September, on the 4th of September, Jupiter retrograde is going to come into an exact trine with Mercury retrograde. So the fact that they're both retrograde, not a big deal. I mean, it's a bit of a ball ache, right? But it is what it is. The reason I'm highlighting this one is because Mercury goes retrograde 3 to 4 times a year. Nothing new, retrograde whore. Jupiter, your ruling planet, goes retrograde once a year for about 3.5 to 4 months. But they don't, whenever they go retrograde, it's usually like out of sync. But this one, they're in a direct, exact trine and they're both retrograde at the same time. That's a little rarer. So the fact that this is happening across your 6th house of work, health habits, your, physical health and vitality, your day-to-day work routines, your, very much your daily grind, and your 10th house of your career, right? Your work, your public status and social standing. Mercury is the ruler of your 7th house and your 10th house, and this is an exalted Mercury because that Mercury is in its own sign of Virgo, and it's doing good work there for you. Now, sorry, yeah, no, that's not right. Mercury is in your 10th house, Jupiter is in your 6th house. So that's an exalted Mercury, in your 10th house, right? So that's doing good work, but it's helping you rethink, redo, redevise, redefine, research your career, your social status in all ways, shapes and forms. Remember, retrogrades bring energy back from the past as well. So this could be reconnections to people that you worked with, possibly. For a select few of you, that Jupiter in the 6th potentially brings back health problems or issues if you haven't looked after yourself. And it's the ruler of your 1st house, your physical body, and also the 4th house of your home and family. This could be a conversation with a partner or a family member about some kind of idea that you have for like your home, or for maybe even for the relationship. For some of you as well, I kind of get the feeling that this will be a work partnership that plays out in some way. So there's revisions of what needs to be adjusted, what needs to be released maybe as well. It's another R word. This could also be, and remember, retrograde energy is great for finishing projects, not for launching things that are brand new out into the world that you've never done before. But if it's about finishing and completing a project, then this is a great energy for that, especially for research, because it makes you look that much deeper. This could also be the releasing of something that you had done before or wanted to do before, but maybe couldn't get off the ground. So if you're doing like a relaunch of some sort, this is a great time to do that. Jupiter is you in the 6th house, right? So it's asking you to expand your vision for your career and think beyond what you have planned for your career and consider what else might be possible, especially if you work from home. All right, so for this, you've got the 4 of Swords. Take your time with it. With the High Priestess, okay, and the Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles with the High Priestess is hidden money. So this could literally be like maybe a deal that you're making behind closed doors. This could be some kind of, I feel like it will be a deal or some kind of, financial move or transaction that you're making, but this you're keeping very close to your chest. I'm intrigued. I won't pry. It's none of my business. On the 8th of September, the sun is going to come into the sign of Virgo as well, in your 10th house. and it's connecting to that Jupiter retrograde in the 6th house as well. This is one of the luckiest connections in all of astrology, right? So the sun rules authority figures, attention, vitality, light, shining a spotlight on that area of your life. Jupiter, your ruling planet in the 6th house, these two coming together. Jupiter rules dignitaries, celebrities, people that are benefactors, can help you. All of that kind of stuff is Jupiter, people that are high up in their field in some regard. Now, this is happening across your 6th and 10th house again, which is another time where your work life is really taking precedence. This time though, it's a beautiful connection, and it allows you to gain a deeper sense of commitment to your own desires when it comes to work, when it comes to your health. This is some kind of big moment of recognition as well, right? So this could be a really lucky energy for you. It's especially when it comes to publishing, marketing, anything where you're getting your name or stuff out there in a big way. It also suggests as well a blast from the past to your daily grind sector. So this could make you really smile, and it's like there's help, there's healing, there's support coming from somebody who really cares about your health and well-being. So I love this for you. For this, you've got the Hermit card with the 6 of Cups and the 8 of Swords. So for some of you, this could be reconnecting with a mentor, a guru, a coach, a teacher, a lecturer even. This could be somebody who is very seasoned in their field, potentially, even if this person is quite young for their years, they're probably very wise for their years, if that makes sense. Now, the 6 of Cups coupled with the 8 of Swords, because of the connections that are being made here, this does suggest that something from the past now moves forward. But I am going to say to you, you have to play the long game with this. It's not going to be something that shapes up or sort of evolves overnight. And then finally, not finally, the next transit that I want to look at for you is on the 16th of September. Venus is going to come into her 3rd and final square with your ruling planet, Jupiter, which is now retrograde in your 6th house, but Venus is in your 9th, and she's been there for a good while at this point. Venus in the 9th house has really been helping make it easier for any kind of legal matter that you might have been working on or through, maybe renegotiating something of a legal nature, potentially looking at visas. All of those kinds of things might have been happening for you. And a square is an energy of tension, conflict, challenge. It makes you uncomfortable to say, you know what, I'm not having this again. I'm going to do something about it now. Venus has really been helping you really clear up your belief system as well at this time. And now that she's direct, this is where you get to see things much clearer. Now, on the 11th of June was the first time that Venus squared Jupiter. At that point, they were both direct. On the 21st of August, Venus was retrograde, Jupiter was direct. This time round, Jupiter's retrograde, Venus is direct. And so you're getting to see something much clearer and what it is that needed to be adapted or adjusted here. So this is about the embodiment of your faith, as well, like, and how the two meet up, right? How your physical health and vitality and your day-to-day experience and your belief systems, your religion, your spirituality actually inform, enhance, or hinder each other in some way, shape, or form. So this could be as well for some of you, maybe you're cementing your belief system into a current, maybe you're cementing your belief system into a living practice that you can do every day that actually means something to you, that you can do in reverence. Jupiter ruling your 4th house too, so your home life is probably coming into a bit of a challenge with this as well. Maybe your studies or a legal matter of some sort might not necessarily sort of mesh, and so you're having to find a way to navigate this. Also possible that a current or newfound belief system doesn't connect well with a significant other, maybe with your kids, maybe with your family, maybe you're coming out of the broom closet, as we say in the spiritual community. This is the final pass of this transit though. So like I said, the question becomes, what was happening for you around that 11th of June sort of time? For this, you've got the 6 of Wands, love, with the Queen of Wands, so that's you in some way, shape or form, with the 8 of Cups. So in a lot of ways, for a lot of you, you are releasing, or at least now ready to share something with the world. That ninth house is publishing as well. So this could see you really dedicating or rededicating more time, effort, and energy to sharing something in a much broader sense. The Six of Wands is a victory card. So you've got 2 sixes here as well. 2 sixes represents balance or irritability. And I got to tell you, it looks like it's going to be both here. All right. So it'll be interesting to see how this plays out. And then the fourth and final transit for this month that I want to look at for you. On the 24th of September, Mars is going to come into a direct opposition with Chiron. Chiron is in the sign of Aries. Mars is going to be in Libra. So Mars is the ruler of that Chiron because Mars rules Aries, right? And vice versa. So this day in general is going to be pretty powerful because there's a lot of serious energy going on at this time. Chiron represents a wound. It represents some part of us that feels like, because it's in the sign of Aries, this is representing what it has cost us to be ourselves in that specific area of life. Aries for you represents your 5th house. Pleasure, romance, joy, your children, your creative ideas and speculative endeavors. It's also a lucky energy as well, the 5th house, right? But this could see you kind of looking maybe at your children or you as a parent and saying to yourself, wow, you know, this is what it's cost me to be a parent. You could be looking at this and saying, wow, you know what, in terms of the things that I enjoy or that I find fun, or maybe where I haven't been having any fun, this is where you get really serious with yourself and say, okay, this is what it's cost me to be here or to be myself here. Here's how I heal, right? Because Chiron also holds with it the seeds of healing. But the way to access that healing is through the Mars that is in the sign of Libra, which for you is in that 11th house, right? So it's potentially very vulnerable making. There's going to be a lot of frustration and annoyance at this time because Mars is in the sign of its Fool. It doesn't necessarily do very good work here, right? Mars, this is a challenge for Mars energy. So this is happening for you across your pleasure and your connection axis, right? So for you, Chiron in the 5th house, it really is of pleasure, fun, romance, enjoyment. It may have been showing you where these things, or rather what you mistake for those things, are actually causing you an issue. It might be as well that you don't know what pleasure is to you personally anymore. Maybe you've lost sight of that, and you know, and by not having any fun, pleasure, enjoyment, romance, whatever it might be, you might be saying to yourself like, yeah, you know what, I feel the lack of this. And so this is showing you how to find out and accept that we all have to kiss a few frogs here and there before we find what we truly desire. Mars in that 11th house for you is showing you that the action that heals you and sets you free at this time is joining like minds and souls, connecting deeply with people that mean a lot to you as friends, as connections, people that feel like they are part of your tribe, right? People who get you, and genuine friends at that. It's also by truly getting proactive about your future and maybe even trusting that the things that you desire for your life and your future are actually worth fighting for. In doing so, you also understand, or it allows you to understand, that a true benefactor understands the energy of give and take when it comes to truly being in flow. All right, and that part of it's going to be really important because Mars is in the sign of Libra. Libra understands flow. It understands give and take. It's always balancing things out. For this, you've got the 7 of Pentacles. This is about where you invest your time and your energy, where those investments of time and energy are actually honoured or not. And the 6 of Pentacles, so this is the third 6, right? 6 of Cups, 6 of Wands, 6 of Pentacles. 3 sixes represent success, right? So there's an element of this on the 24th. Yes, it will be a challenge, but what it provides you with is the right impetus and understanding of who and what is for you, where you need to let go and release, where it's okay to maybe lean on someone or something else once in a while, especially if they're the right person. And 2, where accepting help from somebody you know when people are really for you because they'll help you without any expecting anything in return, right? And this does suggest that somebody is going to attempt to help you, or maybe goes in to help you, and maybe you have like a knee-jerk reaction because of some past hurt, wound, or PTSD. You realize very quickly, no, I can trust this person, and they understand what it means to be in flow because they know what give and take looks like. All right, so I think that one's going to be probably a bit lighter for a lot of you guys than most of the other signs. So the new moon in the sign of Virgo, excuse me, is happening for you in your 10th house of career. This is a fresh start when it comes to your work in some regard. You've got the gate 30 and holding. Hold on to your highest aspiration and goal when it comes to your career, right? When it comes to you really understanding what you feel like you're here to do. This could help a lot of you actually discover what your next purpose is. And I say next because you have multiple purposes over a lifetime. And that full moon in the sign of Aries, you've got the gate 32 and endurance. This is a money-making card. And the fact that you've got this happening in your 11th house, there is an offer, an opportunity potentially presenting to you, maybe even a benefactor. Maybe someone comes in and says, look, I don't actually want anything from you, but I see what you're doing and I really want to support you here. Maybe they give you some advice or a piece of information that can really help you financially elevate in some regard. What this really wants from you, though, this card, is to basically say, stop living by instinct alone and knee-jerk reacting to everything, and find a way to be more intentional, right? It's a full moon, so this is a peak experience energy. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic month. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.